The San Diego Chargers travel to Kansas City to face their division rival Chiefs on Sunday. Kansas City a 1-point favorite on BETDAQ, 41 the total in this game. These teams met back in Week 7, Chiefs pulling out a 23-20 win. And this time around, major playoff implications. San Diego needs a win here and they are in the playoffs. The Chiefs, meanwhile, need a win and losses by both Houston and Baltimore. Now the Texans are facing the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Ravens are playing a Cleveland team that will be going with a third-string quarterback. So even if the Chiefs win here, it's not likely that they will sneak in the playoffs. And really, they've got nobody to blame but themselves. They were in great position, but they have lost 4 of their last 5 games. However, this week they're playing at home where they've been great this season, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. And they're facing a San Diego team that has not been good at all lately. The Chargers just 2-8 against the number in their last 10 games. Really, their offense has fallen off over the second half of the season. Phillip Rivers dealing with a back injury. Ryan Matthews, their lead running back, has been injured for most of the year, and he'll miss this game also. And now they'll also be without their best wide receiver, Keenan Allen, facing a Kansas City defense that has been great this season. The Chiefs, 3rd in points allowed, 2nd in passing defense. And to me, that's where sort of the rubber meets the road in this matchup. I mean, San Diego hasn't been able to run the ball all season. 29th in rushing offense, and they have no Ryan Matthews for this game. They've lived and died on the right arm of Phillip Rivers. Rivers hasn't quite been himself over the past 6 or 8 weeks. We thought it was due to undisclosed injuries a couple of weeks ago, but now we found out he's dealing with a bulging disc in his back. And he'll be facing a Kansas City defense that has one of the league's best secondaries. The Chiefs surrendering just 200 pass yards per game. So I think it's going to be really, really difficult for the San Diego offense to get anything going in this game. So look, I was all ready to bet on the Chiefs here when this line opened early in the week. One of the first games I noted, I looked at this game and I said, you know what, Kansas City is going to take care of business. Right up until I heard yesterday their starting quarterback, Alex Smith, would not be playing. Smith, a lacerated spleen. Backup Chase Daniel will be making just the 2nd start of his career. Now, Daniel's first start was last season in Week 17 against this very same San Diego team. Chiefs lost in overtime. Daniel played all right, 21 of 30 for 200 yards, also added 50 rushing yards. If you're not familiar with Chase Daniel from his time at Missouri, he played at Missouri in college, he can really run. This guy can run around a little bit. He's not big. He's not big enough to stand and deliver from the pocket, so Chiefs are going to have to move him around, but he can make some things happen. Still, though, San Diego in a must-win situation. They have to win to make the playoffs, facing a Chiefs team with a backup quarterback. And again, it's not like the Chiefs offense had been playing well anyway. I mean, when Smith was in there, this Chiefs team had scored 20 points or fewer in 4 of their past 5 games. They're just not very good on that side of the ball. They can run the football. They have one of the league's best tailbacks in Jamal Charles, but not much in terms of pass-catching options. So even though I had a strong lead towards Kansas City early in the week, now that we've learned they're starting a backup quarterback, and that has created some line movement, by the way. The Chiefs were a 3-point favorite before we learned that Daniel would be starting. It is now down to Kansas City -1. But you know what? Going to be really, really difficult for me to bet against the San Diego Chargers in this must-win situation when they're playing a Kansas City team that is starting a backup quarterback. So I guess I have a slight San Diego lean here after really liking the Chiefs early in the week. I wouldn't really be shocked with any result, and I think under 41 is probably my favorite bet. But gun to my head, I say Chargers get the win here and sneak into the playoffs.